This is the part where I get to work. I got things to do now. I was just sitting here minding my own business, but then the show started. So I got to do my best to entertain you, or at least inform you, or make you feel comfortable. And hopefully we succeeded all three or better. I don't know what else you guys need, but hopefully you find I'm meeting your needs and you want to stick around. Because the object is to make this grow and to continue to grow. And it is growing. So thank you for all the love and support you guys bring. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Happy Friday, of course. We made it. You made it. It's Friday. And here I am keeping my end of the bargain because I always tell you, I'll be here Friday. We'll be waiting for you. Well, you see that some of you guys are waiting for me. So you got in the door a little bit earlier. I got in the door just a little bit later, but that's not too bad. It's kind of, the 7 p.m. is kind of a relative concept, but hopefully a bunch of you guys came from watching Lon Strickler over on his stream. He was just live a little bit ago. Hello, Deborah Neighbors. Hello to everybody that's here, by the way. I'll do hellos to you all in just a minute here, but on Friday nights, you can always start at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, or 7 or 8 p.m. Central, and check out Lon doing his stream, and that's Phantoms and Monsters Radio, and that's a great show. Lon's been at this for an awful long time. He's got a hell of a lot of knowledge. He'll forget more than I'll ever know, probably, but his site, phantomsandmonsters.com, is really a cornerstone for a lot of paranormal reporting and Fortean reporting and investigation and such. So if you're looking for a great resource, head over there. But don't forget Lon live streams. So, and I was watching a little bit of that as I was prepping for tonight's show. And then, of course, 7 p.m. I'm in here, and we got 2 hours. And then after this comes Dave Scott in Spaced Out Radio. So go over to Spaced Out Radio on YouTube after this and hang out. There's just, Fridays are a gift that keeps giving. I'm just saying, it's the best gift ever. I'm obviously a little biased because, my show's in the mix, but you know what I mean? It's just a bunch of good shows. So hopefully you guys will support all that. Oh, that's okay, Kitty. I'm sure Lana understands, but just, as a rule of thumb, it's a great place to start. And, it's an honor following him and what he does. So anyway, what the hell else is going on? We're going to get to some news, obviously, here on the portal. Got the news to cover, and I got some cool articles lined up for that. After that, we're going to hit the Thought Catalog article. I don't really have a lot pulled up for the What the Hell Is That segment. I was digging around, but a lot of things we've covered that I did bump into, and so I'll have to see if we can do any of them on the fly, but I don't think I have a thing pulled up for that tonight. Maybe one. Maybe there's one. But in any case, if there isn't, that's fine. We've certainly been going overboard on What the Hell Is That, and we'll spend a little more time on the Cryptid Corner if there's time to fill. So either way, it's win-win. We're either discussing cryptids in the Cryptid Corner or a little bit of What the Hell Is That as well. But either way, we'll have a good time doing it. Remember, the portal is, there's never a solid plan for anything on the show. That would require planning on my part. And I have a guide of things that I try to cover. Well, hello there. Someone's visiting. But other than that, if we don't hit the guide, that's okay. It's okay, as long as we have a good time doing it. And remember, you guys are always a part of the conversation. Sheldon will be along at some point, and when he gets here, we'll, of course, talk to him and welcome him into the show as usual. But otherwise, I'm going to do my best to entertain you. Oh, T-Bone. T-Bone's rolling in hard, I'm telling you. Thank you, T-Bone. Appreciate it. T-Bone gifted 5 memberships to the portal. Wow. Who got a membership? Burn 1808 got a membership. Congratulations. Jesse Wilkins got one. The man is a legend himself. Musical genius, that guy. Actually, the whole family is pretty musical. It's pretty incredible. They're just great people. I just had a lot of fun when I was out there with the Hometown Ghost Stories boys. But Jesse Wilkins got one. Hectic Moments Reactions got one as well. And Demon Tooth got one, as did 77 Rock City. Wow. Is that Detroit? Is that where we're going here? Just Kiss came to mind when I read that, which is cool. Cool. Absolutely cool. But let's see, what else am I missing? I don't remember. But I just want to say thank you to all of you for getting membership, and try it out. If you like it, you can stick around. Thank you to T-Bone for making it happen, though. That generosity is just incredible. I don't know how to thank you. I mean, it's just such a really cool thing. You and a couple others are the sole reason that we have more than 100 members here on the channel. It's just crazy. You guys have brought them all. So thank you for that. And for those of you that are new to the show, we cover the paranormal here. That's why it's called Paranormal Portal, first of all. Just thought I'd hit that, just in case there was any ambiguity about it. You're welcome to come back. If you like it, if you enjoy it, please subscribe. And if you really like it, hit the notification bell and all notifications so that whenever I do go live. Usually it's just Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, but you never know. I just might get a wild hair someday and just pop in some surprise time. And you might not want to miss it. I don't know. I'm saying, and we've done on location stuff, which is something we do. I don't have anything scheduled right now, but I love doing investigations as well. And when I do them, I love to stream, if possible, to the live audiences. It's kind of hard to schedule those kind of things because a lot of it is finding a place, finding a bandwidth that can support it, and then doing it. But I do like streaming on location during investigations. So that's one big plus to ring the bell if you haven't already, because I don't always know when that's going to happen, but when it happens, I stream. And so just to let you know. But I guess that's everything I can think of on the front end here. Hey, Unknown, good to see you. Let's say hello to everybody that's here. Looks like there's about 35 of you on YouTube right now. 38 views, it says. But concurrent viewers, 35. Well, maybe 3 left already. I don't know what that means for sure. But let me just start with Rumble. We've got Barbara Morrow over there. Big D's over there. HB Girl to You is over there. And Car Juice. Looks like that's representing the Rumble crowd tonight so far. And I'm going to do the pop-out chat for YouTube just because it jumps and changes. If you want to shout out, please type something in the chat, because that's the only way I get any kind of notification of who's here, is when you type something in the chat. So click the participants so far in the chat. 420 Man from the West is here. Amanda's Crazy Life channel is here. Aussie Boss Tiger's here. Carol Pack is here. Chucky Danger, our buddy, who is the champion of the question of the week, and his own podcast, The Danger Zone, by the way. Should check it out. Isaac Areola is here. John Temperance here. Kirsten's here. So Isaac and Kirsten. That means baby Ethan's here too, the Portal baby. He's a doll. That kid's just a doll. If you guys haven't seen pictures of baby Ethan, he is just a little, it looks like a artwork. He's got the cutest big eyes, like these anime eyes. And he's just looks like such a peaceful, happy baby. Beautiful job. Kitty Cattywhack is here. I'm here. Phil Funk is here. Hey, Phil. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for coming in. Rachel Gets It Right is here. Hi, Rachel. Rhonda Williams is here, as is Sharon Sunshine. T-Bone is here. And the Unknown is here. Unknown Worlds is here. Vincent Sanchez, Wizard Moon, and Yeshua Reloaded. So Justin Gooder just popped in over on the Rumble. So that's who I can see. I haven't seen anybody pop up from Facebook. Did I say Deborah Neighbors? Because she did pop up in the chat. I remember she said hello in the chat. So I'm saying her name now because that's one I do remember. Believe it or not, I remember the name. Go figure. But I guess we'll get to the news, and I'm not sure when Sheldon will be joining. He'll join as soon as he can, or maybe something's come up, but we'll keep an eye on that and see what the hell's going on. So otherwise, it's time for some news. I don't know about you, but I feel like getting informed, and I mean that sincerely, because I pre-read nothing for the show. I don't pre-read anything. I pull up everything based on headlines, and sometimes I'm mildly disappointed in my selections, but generally speaking, I'm reading it right along with you. So I haven't read any of this stuff in advance, so we'll all learn together. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the news. that's it. It's time for Danus. Here we go. That's a playoff of the old Saturday Night Live with Chris Farley and Dub Bears. You know, it's Danus. All right. Danus is good. No news is good news. Hey, come on, man, from the West. Yeah, well, that's true. That is an old saying. All right, so this is the news segment, and this is where we talk about articles of the day. Now, they're not always paranormal. They're sometimes just interesting or fun or entertaining or hilarious or whatever. I mean, there's any number of criteria that I use. I just, if the headline grabs me, I'll be like, oh, let's talk about that one. That'll be fun. So some of it is paranormal, though. Some of it's right up our wheelhouse. So I don't know if that's the right way to say that. Is that the right way to say that? Right up our wheelhouse? I don't think that came out right. That just sounds all wrong in my head. Oh, God. I need a vacation. All right, here we go. So we're going to dive into this now. As you may or may not know, if you're not familiar with the show, obviously I utilized a lot of different sites for information and articles to discuss on the shows. And these sites are absolutely incredible, and I can't promote them enough because, I mean, I just really have nothing but the highest marks and admiration for what they're doing. That's why I trust them to use them on my show. But I just want to advocate that you guys visit these sites. There's so much for you guys to see and read and explore on their pages. Actually, every bit of traffic is revenue for a website. Like, you know, if you're getting exposed to ads and things, revenue builders for the web people, it helps to keep the lights on. So please visit these sites. Please give them your love. These sites are doing it as well as I've ever seen it done. And I've been at this since 2016, which is a long time. It feels like a long time. It's gone like this, but it's still, you know, almost 10 years. So support these sites is what I'm trying to get to, I guess. So let's dive into it. Where's my tabs? I got to get my tabs. When the hell is everything open? Jesus. Sorry. That was actually a prayer. Whenever I say, if you ever hear me say Jesus, just think of it as me spelling it Geezus. So I ain't using nothing in vain, just so you know. That's not the Lord's name, as I understand it. Actually, his name is Yeshua, but you know what I mean. Anyway, which is nice that Yeshua comes and visits us every night. All right, before I get stupider, let's get going here. There it is. Got it pulled up. And the first story that we're going to cover is from the world of the bizarre on the unexplained-mysteries.com is the site. I don't know. I bet you cops have heard about just about every possible excuse for whatever. But I'll bet you that whoever the cop on duty was that got this one, I bet you this was a first for them. But let's check it out. Here you go from the world of bizarre of unexplained-mysteries.com. Florida man in car crash tells the cops he teleported into the vehicle. It wasn't me. I teleported here. I'm a victim. I don't know if that works in court. Probably not. Let's see what happened. The man, who was little worse for wear, informed law enforcement that he was the victim of a teleportation accident. Oh, no. Yeah, I bet you that didn't go far. We've heard some bizarre car accident explanations told to police officers over the years, ranging from a man who claimed that he was trying to avoid being abducted by aliens to another man who maintained that he'd been teaching his dog how to drive his car. I don't think either of those is reasonable excuses. Probably not. The explanation given by the perpetrator of this latest crash, which was attended by officers in Florida earlier this month, isn't much better. According to reports, the man, a 38-year-old, had been driving at 100 miles per hour in a stolen BMW when he lost control and crashed at Old Dixie Highway and Plantation Oaks Boulevard in Ormond Beach. Obviously a teleportation accident. That's like the hallmarks of a good teleportation right there. Maybe he's trying to get the DeLorean going fast enough or whatever, you know. It says, fortunately, he only suffered minor injuries, but it became pretty clear quickly that he was in rough shape. While attempting to explain to the cops what had happened, he maintained that he had no idea how he ended up in the car because he had been randomly teleported into the driver's seat. He was promptly arrested and charged with grand theft of a motor vehicle and driving on a suspended license. You can check out the police camera footage of the incident below. I think we should. I think I owe it to you guys. we should watch this video. I owe you that much. So far be it from me to keep that from you. This is all about the news. Here you go. Here's the film.
130 miles an hour, and I swear to God, that's his road. Do you have a fire extinguisher?
I got in the car. I don't know. I teleported or something.
Where'd you get the car from?
I don't know. It's Calvin.
I believe him. I look at that face and I'm going, yeah, there's a guy that's teleported right there. I mean, not that I've seen people teleport, but if I was seeing somebody coming out of a teleport, they're probably going to look like this in my imagination. That guy looks like he's been through something. Maybe the orifice of his teleportation was a little too small. It was more like a second birth for the guy. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Let's keep watching. This is coming from WFLA News Channel 8 in Florida. So let's keep going. This is gold.
I don't know. I teleported.
Officer, where's your fire extinguisher?
Come over here. Give me just 1 second.
Yeah.
Put your hands up on my car.
Yes, sir. I can teleport or
Did you come from Bicentennial Park?
You came from that.
Bicentennial Park?
You came from north.
They told me to get X-Men to do it.
Something about the X-Men there. And I realize we're dealing with somebody that's, obviously got some issues. It could be chemically induced, or it could just be, he's just not all there. And that's certainly a tragedy of its own. But you gotta kind of laugh. This is kind of funny.
Okay, but the dog park?
I don't know. The X-Men told me I don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
I got 110 volt.
I'm gonna keep it safe. Just 9 Hamilton.
I'm thinking fentanyl may have been involved here. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's the way fentanyl affects people, but man, or it could just be some serious mental illness going on, and that's certainly not a laughing matter. But yeah, wow.
Someone told me to get in there.
Just sit tight.
Someone's in my head.
Cut him out of his seat.
Someone
It's
told
not
me
his.
in my head.
You know what's crazy though is that, and this is true. This is very true that, Wes, I'm from the year 1985. I came here in a time machine you built, officer. I need your help getting back to 1985. Yeah, well, he's getting some help from the officers, but I don't think they're going to bring him back in time. That's not quite the destination they got in mind. But I was thinking, and it is a truth. This is honest to God the truth. But the people that are like drunk driving and stuff or chemically induced, generally speaking, they can be in the most horrific of accidents, like cars reduced to shrapnel in a chair, and they'll still be walking around and be like, oh, what happened? And I think it has a lot to do maybe with just the super muscularly relaxed state that they're in. Like everything's just really pliable, that they don't react the same way to that blunt trauma. Like, if we're heading towards a wall or something, we're seizing up and bracing, but those people are just like jelly. It's like, bleh, and they're like, what happened? So it is wild. And this guy obviously came out of this very big crash with, he doesn't look great. I don't think did him any favors, but he's walking around, and I don't know how that's even possible. That's crazy. He was teleported, then why not break? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they don't have teleporters in the future or well, I guess he's not a time traveler. He's a teleporter, but maybe he's just never trained in a car. I don't know how this works. But we can keep watching.
I don't want the wood.
I got one security.
Thank you for saving me.
Give me just 1 second. That's not going to catch
Thank you for saving me.
You got him. He's out.
I don't know how I got him out.
Come out.
Yeah, signal 20 says
Oh
he
my
teleported
God.
out of the
Oh,
He stole the car.
I don't know how I got him out. I promise God stole it. That's why.
Hey, can you give me that tag?
What's he around me doing 100 mile an hour?
So good. Christopher Martin is all this done.
That guy's clearly in distress. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's both tragic and humorous, but it's only humorous because you got to process these kind of things, and I guess the only thing I could do is chuckle. But yeah, that's a really unfortunate incident. I don't think I want to teleport anytime soon if it looks like this. If you end up in cars going 100 miles an hour, yeah, count me out. I'll just walk. I'm not going to teleport. I'm not into that kind of thing. I don't need it. So there you go. First article. And can you see why the news is such an important part of this show? I mean, come on. Knowledge is power, and comedy is gold. So anyway, here we go. I was going to read this one later. I don't know why it's up here. Oh, I jumped to the wrong side there. Here we go. This one has a little more information. We did this one on Wednesday night, and we'll review the video as well again. But this is the one of the ghost that seems to be in the car, that the guy's looking from the hallway and seeing a ghost apparition in the driver's seat or in the passenger seat of a car. I don't know. I think this might be legit, but it could also be hoaxed. Sure. But this is the actual article that I didn't see before this. So this gives us some background information on this a little bit. So we're going to check out this one now from unexplained-mysteries.com. Ghosts and Hauntings Files. Creepy video shows ghostly vanishing face in a car in Argentina. And it says something strange and eerie was picked up on camera outside the hospital in Mendoza recently. The clip, which has gone viral, was recorded by at Molina Javier J., an employee, possibly a doctor who works at the hospital and who had been on the night shift at the time of the incident. The strangeness began when he noticed what appeared to be a face looking back at him from one of the front seats of a car that happened to be parked outside. Grabbing his phone to record the footage of what he is seeing, the man watched as the face seemed to move down to the right and then back up again as though someone was trying to duck out of sight. Creeped out, he cautiously approached the vehicle only to discover that there was nobody inside. It's also creepy that he chose on his own accord to open the doors of somebody else's car. That's I hope he's not a doctor. He's going to be Dr. Inmate pretty quick. When he went back to where he'd been standing previously, however, the face reappeared. While it's reasonable to suggest that what he had filmed was some sort of strange optical illusion, how exactly was it being produced, and what was creating the illusion of a face, and how was it moving? According to the original post on Instagram, the sighting had been preceded by a loud bang. Could someone have been trying to pull a prank? You can check out the clip for yourself below. And this is from Molina Javier J. It looks like it's a Facebook profile, so that's good. At least we got a name to attribute the video to. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. I don't know. There we go. I guess that's more full framed right there. All right, let's check it out. Here's the actual video in its entirety. Maybe. What the hell's going on? It said I could do it. It said we could do it. Let me just see if I can pull it up. Oh, it's an Instagram thing. Okay. Let me do this. Let me see if I can copy the link address and open it up. You know what I'll do is I'll put the link for this page in the chats, and you guys can check it out. We did watch it last night, though. If you want to go back and watch the What the Hell Was That segment from last night, you'll see this video. We aired it then. It's nice to attribute it to the person, though, Molina Javier J. Molina. So that was an excellent video. I thought it was very, very fascinating. Okay, so it's in both the chats. I can put it in. If you're in YouTube, you can see that. But otherwise, just go to unexplained-mysteries.com and check it out. It's one of the first posts on that page. So you can't miss it. It's creepy video shows ghostly vanishing face in a car in Argentina. So, all right, here we go. Next article, last article, I guess. And that will be this one. I don't know about this one. This is a different one, but it's a Russian claim from a Russian politician dealing with the extraterrestrials. And according to this politician, that the extraterrestrials that abducted him were actually the ones who invented chess. So let's check out this. I don't know what to think, but we're going to find out together. Former Russian politician, the aliens who abducted me invented chess. Well, We must have been at it for a long time. Former Russian national leader and chess administrator Kirsan Ilumzhinov claims that he was once abducted by aliens, having previously served as the president of the Republic of Kalmykia in the Russian Federation, as well as the head of the Chess International governing body. He was perhaps best known these days for his controversial claim that he was abducted by extraterrestrials back in the 90s. While he was told the story many times before, the tale was brought back into the spotlight recently thanks to an interview on Jesse Michaels' American Alchemy podcast. Well, thank you, Jesse Michaels. According to him, Illusionimov, it all started in 1997 while standing out on the balcony of his apartment in Moscow, he was abducted by aliens, entities wearing yellow spacesuits. They put a spacesuit on me and told me many things and showed me around, he said. They wanted to demonstrate that UFOs do exist, and I'm often asked which language I used to telepathically talk with them. Perhaps it was on a level of exchange of ideas. In the recent interview, he elaborated on the conversation he had with the aliens, noted that they had wanted to convey peaceful intent. He claimed that they had told him that the Earth had previously hosted 5 intelligent civilizations, that the aliens themselves had created the human race, and that they had also invented the game of chess. He also maintained that the aliens had not conveyed to him any political or military knowledge, and that he had not been told about events that would come to pass in the future. Unsurprisingly, his story has been met with some considerable skepticism over the years, but to his credit, he's always maintained that everything happened exactly the way as he's described it. Was he actually really abducted by aliens that night all those years ago, or did something else happen? As things stand, we'll probably never know. Well, yeah, I mean, only he can know whether he experienced this or not. The best he can do is go, yeah, that happened. Okay. Yeah, I mean, how can he substantiate it? I don't think he can. So you either believe the guy or you don't. I mean, is it possible aliens invented chess? I guess. It doesn't surprise me. Or it doesn't seem impossible. I think they've been around for a long time visiting us. So, yeah. Makes sense. I also believe there was probably other intelligent races here. Maybe still are. But anyway, there you go. This is the news. This is why we love it. Actually, a wizard. I don't play a lot of chess. I've only played probably 10 games in my entire life, honestly. But the minion actually likes chess, and he beat me the other day. It was pretty wild. Kid's 10 years old, smart kid. I don't know where he gets that from. But let's get back to the rest of the show. All right. What's that? What about Mrs. Portal? I'm just looking at the chat. What did I miss? Dad is doing great. Oh, good. Chucky's dad is doing great. Glad to hear that. What about Mrs. Portal? T-Bone. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's where the brains came from. Yeah, probably. Yeah, right over my head. It happens. It happens all the time. Anyway, I'm going to need just a minute, folks. I got to go use the loo. So just give me a minute. I'm going to give you the musical musings of me. Haven't done these for a while. Let's see. Which one should we do? Let's do this one. We'll do a musical break pretty quick. I just got to run to the restroom. I'm on this new med that makes me gotta go. So, I gotta go. play their games. Everybody loves to place their bets. They don't understand the price I paid. They don't care to comprehend. Trace their lines upon my body, dripping scars across my heart. Raging anger pours inside me as their lies keep falling apart. With my silence, I am not a stupid boy. No more breaking me with kindness, just you dance upon my joy. Leading me with empty promise, you're just another fucking mess. Taking off the slice of my sanity, just make sure that you're well fed. All right, thank you for that indulgence, letting me get to the bathroom. I'm better now. Hello to you, Mr. Good Earth. I just see your sign over there on Rumble. Good to have you here, man. I saw you come in. I think I said you came in already, but if not, welcome to the show. Good to see you. As always, it was so good to hear that song. You miss Brent songs? They're always available, and in fact, the link is in the description showing you where to find a few of the songs that I've written, posted. I think there's only 3 up there now, but I was going to post some more. That one that I did with actually Jesse Wilkins, and I call it Haunting, but it's at the end of every podcast episode that we did. That's the song that we did together. And yeah, I mean, I wrote a basic melody, and what Jesse sent me back was just like, oh my God, he's brilliant. So if you haven't ever heard that, you should play that more often. Oh, thanks. Used to play it every show, Eric, when I first started. So when I first started in I think I started doing commercials right away, but when I started streaming on YouTube, I started playing these songs during the breaks that I had to take on the network. That's what that setting was all about, was I'd play it during the network commercial breaks, and it would work out perfectly. So anyway, yeah, crazy stuff. But anyway, let's get back to what is tonight. What's going on? Written with AI. Are you kidding me? I don't write anything with AI. That was all written by me. That was my guitar, my singing. That was me. That was probably recorded back in 2011 or 2010. Actually, it's an old song. Wrote that a long time ago. That one's called Emotional Buffet. Take another slice of my sanity. Just make sure that you're well fed. I was kind of proud of the lyrics. Anyway, all right. I've listened to you for a long time. Eric says, yeah, absolutely, brother. Well, thank you. I read some of the comments. You guys are very nice. I appreciate the praise and the comparisons were amazing. I'm just like, oh my God, I wish, but I just, if what I've written evokes those kind of things, that's amazing. Because those are all amazing bands you guys are mentioning. I'm like, oh, Jesus, I wish, but that's all me. Yep. Going to have Brent kick out an SOR song soon. Well, I don't write fast though. That's the thing. Either I write like this, like I'll pick up my guitar and I'll hit a melody and it's just everything clicks, or I gotta grind through it and work it out over a long period of time. It's either one or the other. Some songs seem like they're already written somewhere and I'm just pulling them out, and other ones I gotta grind out and figure out. So there's both, but I don't get enough time to write music anymore, and I've got to start making time for that too. But there's so many things I got to do. There should be. I need clones. I need clones. I think that would be good. All right. Speaking of clones, where the hell's my son? Did he answer? Oh no. Okay, he's got a headache. He gets migraines. Sheldon gets migraines. Whenever you can. He said he got a migraine, so you can is great. Poor kid. He is fine. Just messaging him back if you don't mind. Sorry. Don't mean to handle my personal business on the air, but Sheldon's part of the show, so I just wanted to let him know. Oh, thank you, Wizard. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, just go over to, I think it's brentthomas.bandcamp.com, and you can listen to that song whenever you want, and a couple others that I wrote. So they're all out there. Anyway, we're going to get to that article from Thought Catalog now and go through a few more of these. Because why not? All right, we're on, let's see which one. Reach out and touch faith. Oh yeah, we did that one. So I think we're on Guardian Angel. Yeah, I think we're on this one. So this is a Thought Catalog article, ladies and gentlemen, from Emily Madriga, and it's from 2021, so it's been around. Oh, like, why am I hearing a heartbeat? It's not that time yet. Didn't shut that off last time. That's rookie moves. I should go through these scenes every day before I launch the shows, but I'm an idiot. I don't remember. So this is an article from Emily Madriga from 2021. 33 people describe their personal encounters with the unexplainable. So let's check it out. We're on, well, they're not numbered, so I don't know which number we're on. But it looks like we're about on 20-ish. This one's Guardian Angel. When I was little, I was crawling to a dresser and playing with the bottom, the one I can reach mostly, before felling my legs being pulled away from it. Before felling my legs being pulled away from it. So I'm taking it that something pulled him away from the dresser. It scared the hell out of little me, but now I realize the dresser could have fallen on me if I had messed with it more. And maybe the spirit just didn't want me to get hurt really bad, so it pulled on my legs away from it so nothing bad would happen. That's a great take. I mean, obviously, we can't know for sure, but I think it's more comforting to look at it that way than something's just deciding to yank a little kid around the room. That was by Ram_of_the_world 202 on Reddit. So, yeah, great story. I got to turn down my headphones a little bit. I was jamming music a little bit earlier, and I'm like, wow, I'm really hearing my own voice in my head. All right, the next one is, that's a sobering discussion point. School pew-pewing. I was a junior in high school, and a recent transfer student who got expelled at another school started pew-pewing up the commons. Everyone hangs out in the commons before school, so it was super crowded and dangerous. I remember hearing the first shot and thought a table had collapsed, No one even batted an eye. My orchestra teacher came out of his office and was immediately suspicious and said, "You guys, what was that?" And then a few seconds later, the second one. And we knew then what was happening. I happened to be in the orchestra room right next to the Commons, and we had an exit that led to the parking lot. But in the school, they teach you whenever there's an emergency to hide in a corner. I remember trying to hide in the practice room, but it was locked. And then my friends and I ducked under a piano, and students started swarming in the room from the Commons. And at that point, our orchestra teacher said go, and had us run out the exit instead. It was a brave decision he made, and running to our cars was the longest run of my life. I remember ducking as I ran, though, because I thought there might be another pew-pewer aiming for us runners. And as I ran, I realized I didn't even have my car keys or phone, and didn't know where to go. Well, luckily, we made it back to the parking lot, and met up with a few friends and crammed 6 of us in a 4-seater. I'll never forget the faces of my peers around me, scared with fear. Scarred with fear, scared. I think he meant scared, but scarred with fear. And I'll never forget the legitimately thinking I might die that day. After aimlessly driving and making phone calls to our parents with one phone, we were able to watch the news and saw that there was no one injured. It turns out our government teacher bravely tackled the shooter to the ground. He was known throughout the state and even threw a pitch for the Mariners game. I'm very grateful it didn't end how most of those do. That was by Emily Christine 9. Wow. So is it Encounters with the Unexplainable? No, not really, but what a happy ending. Holy man. There were 2 shots and not one person was hurt. Amen. Woof. That's definitely not a good situation. And how do you ever get to the point where that just gets to be a good idea? I mean, I can't even conceptualize. That's like, oh, I hate my life. Where's the nearest school? It's like, how do you get there? If your life is so hard and so painful and you can't migrate it anymore, okay, make the hard choice, but don't make that choice for anybody else. Don't do that. You don't have that right. Nobody does. What a horrible, horrible thing. I just can't believe it. It's so tragically horrible that enters people's minds. It's like, I hate the world. Okay. Where's the school? I mean, children? You sick bastards. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. All right, here's another one. Almost dying. I survived being struck by a pickup truck that was traveling about 50 miles per hour. Wow. That's amazing. You lived? Good for you. Lots of broken bones and internal damage to muscle and organs, including my heart and brain, and lots of pain. Yeah, that's a miracle. I mean, it might not have been a fun one to live through, but I'm sure that was painful as hell. But that was by Shanaboy, I guess. Shanaboy. I don't know how to pronounce that for sure. Horror house is next. My parents have always sworn their house is haunted, but not by human spirits or ghosts, but by animal ghosts. Later on, we found that the guy who used to live there actually made a habit of drowning animals in the lake out back. Oh, that was by Deseret Rain. Oh, that's such a sick thing. It's like, there's another disgusting aspect of people. It's like, I want to just watch something die. I just need to watch something die. It's like, how are you that broken? Like, that's what you want to do. Go surf the web. Go grab your remote. You probably have hundreds of channels to pick from. You don't need that channel. That's disgusting. All right, here we go. The next one, living next to a haunted prison. Maybe we'll get to actually paranormal ones here pretty quick, but the last 2 were disturbing. The last one was really disturbing. But, yeah, the school shooting one is horrible too, but, I mean, at least it had a happy ending. Living next to a haunted prison. We bought a house at the Fairmount section of Philly. Our front steps faced East State Penitentiary, the first U.S. penitentiary where they did crazy, horrible stuff to people. Never thought much of the fact, but there were so many times unexplainable things would happen at the house. We eventually had kids, and it scared the hell out of them, too. Doors closing randomly at 3 a.m. One time, our large kitchen window just freaking shattered. And so many times I would wake up because I swore I heard someone walking up our long stairway. Well, at first it was easy to ignore because I didn't believe in the paranormal. However, one night, a drugged up lady somehow got into our house. Doors auto-locked, so we never figured out how. And when I heard the noise, I went down to see, and this lady looked like a damn zombie. She was screaming at me about her husband and kids. It was somewhat traumatizing. We ended up moving 2 years ago, about 8 years of that crap. That was by Funk Siren. Yeah, that's horrible. So they never even realized how that woman got into the house. Like, doors had auto locks on them, so there's not like there should have been an open door or window that she could have crawled through, right? So, yeah, that's creepy. I'm sure she was let in by something. That's horrifying. Horrifying. All right, let's go to this one. Oh, goody. More Twitch crap. There's a lot of Twitch bots out there. Not a lot land on my channel, but on Twitch, but they happen to pop in every once in a while. Haunted Mansion is next. I used to work as an assistant in an old mansion that was converted into an art museum in New England. The basement and old kitchen quarters were turned into the museum shop, with the back wings being more smaller galleries. The servants' staircase opened into a very narrow hallway that led towards the back rooms of the basement or to the front of the shop, all beneath ground level. The stairs were kept locked from everyone except staff, and the only way to the basement was to enter from the outside courtyard through a door that was right beside the shop counter. In front of the counter was an old TV mounted in the upper corner that showed security cameras to the back galleries, but the camera switched only when motion was detected in the area. Well, it's a late winter night. I'm staying late doing homework while the owners are in New York. The only other person in the building, so should be the house manager, who I know is working on the 4th floor. Well, I'm hanging out in the shop counter in the basement when I hear some noise in the back galleries. I assume it must be a patron who is making their way out, but no one comes out from the hallway. So I call down to the back that the museum is closed. I'd be happy to show them out the back way, but no answer. But now the security camera starts switching to different empty galleries. Only slightly on edge, I pick up the phone to call up to my manager when on the opposite of the AHOP counter, a revolving card stand full of classic postcards starts slowly turning. I think the look on my face is more surprised than anything else. It's a heavy old stand and it takes some force to get it going. But when the turning of the stand abruptly stopped.
Quill.
What? A quill? Like Q-U-I-L-L? Okay. But when the turning of the postcard stand abruptly stopped and began going the other direction, I noped right out of there. That was by Gina T. Rex. Okay, that was the end of the article. Okay. There you go. The last one was pretty good. Yeah, old buildings are definitely hotspots for spirit activity for sure. I lived in a couple of houses that were pretty crazily active, and I don't know if the houses themselves were, or if I just kept dragging something with me. I'm not sure that I picked up something somewhere and just kept dragging it with me, but whatever case, there was never a dull moment in a couple of those houses, including this one. That's another house altogether, but I mean, pretty much every house that I've lived in my later adult life. Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking through the list. It's like everyone since I was 18 has had some kind of haunting. So maybe it is me. Maybe I'm dragging something around. I mean, it doesn't bother me. It's not really negative per se. For the most part, I mean, there's some negative things have happened, but I don't know that they're all the same. But I'm just thinking through it, and it's like, yeah, everywhere I've lived, there's been periods of just wild stuff that happens. That's funny. I never thought about that because I've always reflected on the fact that as a young man, I never had really any experiences until I think the earliest actual paranormal experience, and by paranormal I mean not normal, was when I was growled at when I was 14. That's the earliest one I can actually remember being definitely an unusual encounter. And other than that, I mean, my whole childhood, I always looked for this stuff. I was always fascinated and interested in it, but I just never saw it. It never happened. Never popped up. So I don't know. I wonder what that is. Wonder where something, if it was something I picked up, wonder from where. Because it's not like I'm a well-traveled person, been all over the world or anything. I mean, I have in the years since then been to many locations abroad. Not many, but a few. But I don't know if I picked up something somewhere or what, or where I did. I don't know. Very strange. I think upon turning 18 and moving out, which I moved out right at 18, I didn't really have any experiences in any of the apartments that I lived in. It wasn't until I started getting into homes, and that's when the weird stuff would start happening. And then it just kept happening. Because I only lived in apartments basically when I was 18. I never lived in apartments after that. Maybe 18, 19, up to 20. But after that, I've always lived in houses. And every one of them has had some kind of activity. That's kind of crazy, huh? But maybe it's not dragging something with. Maybe it's also the possibility that something about my energy triggers, more activity than others. I don't know. I don't know that there's histories on many of these. One of these was, Jose's got a question. So Brent, I have a question. I once saw my sister-in-law from inside her house in the pool patio area. She was standing there and I noticed that her face briefly changed and something seemed to what? I'm waiting for your second part of your... Did her face seem to shift into something else? Oh, it seemed to move its way up through her neck and out her face. She looked to her sides and seemed normal again. What do you think that might have been? I don't know. That's a tough one because it's hard to know whether the phenomena was actually happening to her or if you were just observing it and she was there. I don't know. That's a tough one. What do I think it was? I'm gonna have to ponder that one a little bit, Jose. I don't know. I don't really, not sure I understand. Did her face morph? Was her face blank and then like another face shot up in that place? Or what is it you observed? I'm just trying to put together what you'd message. Michelle Wolfong says, I had something growl at me and I told it to get out. It scurried to the dining room and growled so loud it shook the floor like an earthquake. Did it get out though? I hope it did. Yeah. Yeah, generally speaking, guys, if you're dealing with a negative presence, claim your space. Claim your space. Here's the thing, and it's there's got to be something to this. I've certainly covered and read literally thousands of encounter stories. I've experienced several of my own, but I've literally covered thousands of encounter stories. And here's what I've come to. And I talked about this a little bit on Rob's show, but maybe I didn't on Rob's. Maybe it was another show. I don't remember. But anyway, there does seem to be a formula to hauntings. They don't just start out at Hollywood level where stuff's moving and things are going crazy. They start out really, really, really subtle, incredibly subtle, and they expand from there. And it's hard to understand, but I think somehow or another, and I've been saying this for a long time on the shows, but spirits seem to need permission. And that permission might be stated or expressed in some ways like, oh, here's my recorder, will you talk to me? Then you ask questions trying to get replies. That might be a kind of a stated permission because you're actively seeking communication. So it's a green light for this energy to express more in your experience, and it can ramp it up and escalate into more problems. And I'm not trying to guide you and say you shouldn't do that or you should, make your own choices, but just realize you don't really know what you're talking to. So you got to be extraordinarily careful, in my opinion. The other way is more of an implied consent. And that's why, okay, Michelle said it did just leave. Good. Awesome. But the implied consent is, and this is where the fear trigger is so important. It's human nature to feel fear, but you've got to master that. If you allow fear to control the situation, then you're basically surrendering your power to something else. And whatever that something else is, if it's dark and nefarious, is going to take that as you surrendering to it. And then it's going to ramp up the activity more and more and more. So that's why fear is incredibly important to keep under control. And I'm not saying you don't have a right to be afraid, sure, but you have to gain control of that, and you have to be very, very stern and clear that that's not okay. They need to get the hell out. They're not welcome there. You know, if something's making you afraid, you need to reclaim your space. Now, 99% of the time, I think that we often misunderstand the
Ocean.
The ocean? Why did it spell? Oh, it spelled it weird though. Oh no. Yeah, it spelled it like ocean, but N-E at the end. 2 N's and an E. It spelt it on the ghost box. It spelled it like this. I'm going to write it on the screen. Ocean. Like this. I don't understand that. That's very weird. But fear is an acquiescence. It's a surrender. So that's more of an implied permission, because you're allowing something to have power over you, or your, and certainly fear, I think, diminishes our aura and makes us weak. So you got to try to be strong no matter what. Absolutely. Anytime you guys have things you want to discuss like that, feel free. Yeah. I got to see if Jose said more in there. Like her face deformed slightly and then came back to normal. It's as if an evil spirit came up, looked out, and hid itself back inside. And it felt as if she knew about it or was trying to control it. Did you ask her? Did you ask her if she does know what's going on with that? And I realize that would be an awkward discussion, maybe, depending on your relationship with her. But maybe she's wrestling with something, and maybe you're right. Maybe you saw a glimpse of it, and she might be really wrestling with some kind of attachment that's trying to control her. That's more of the Hollywood kind of description of what's going on. It could be just as subtle as something was communicating more to you, and it was doing it through your observation of her. So it might not have been really much to do with your sister too. It might have been more of something just saying, oh, I see you're here. Here I am. And it chose to mess with your perception of your own sister. I don't know if that makes sense or not. But not all of these situations have, direct correlation with, oh, I see it on them, therefore it's them that has the issue and I'm observing it. It just might be screwing with what you're seeing. It might be messing with what you're seeing, trying to make you really uncomfortable or fearful or something. I don't know. It's a hard one to try to solve just over a few paragraphs, but I don't know. But I would have that discussion with her if it was recent. Just say, hey, I saw something. I don't know what to do with it. Have you felt anything? And see if there's something she's dealing with, because maybe she doesn't even realize it could be a spiritual sort of thing. Maybe it's just the stresses of her life for her, but it might be also something more. And I'm not advocating any of that anyway. Just so you know, I'm just throwing ideas out there. It's hard to say. It could be anything. Psychological warfare. You're right, Maggie. Ignore it and then set boundaries. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh man, I just ate a weird dinner. I haven't eaten it for a long time, and it's like kicking my butt. Oh God, I've got like stomach ninjas going to battle. Oh, getting all crampy, and I'm starting to sweat. You know when you eat something and it goes kind of funky and you start getting sweaty and crampy, it's like, oh God. So I'm doing my best to keep it together though. I really am. But interesting stuff all the same. I'm saying a lot because I realize I got to pull up some things here to cover an extended version of the cryptid corner. And I haven't really done that. Let's do this. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. Let's pull this one open. That one looks good. Some of these things, I'm just noticing a bunch of articles over on Sasquatch Chronicles that look really good. Robert Alley, yeah. Okay, I don't know if I did that one. I think I might have done that one already. Okay, I got a few of them pulled up on Sasquatch Chronicles, and I still have a couple. I know I got to run to the bathroom again. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I'm going to do here because this could be a few minute break here. I wish I could loop it. Can I loop something? Let me just change this a sec. Let me do this because I want to check. I want to check a scene and see if I can loop it. Just did that one. Maybe this one. Can I loop it until I'm done? Because I'm sorry. I really am sorry, but it's one of those situations that like my dinner's coming back at me, and I don't want to close the show and just be like, "Hey guys, sorry, I got to go to the bathroom. Good night." But can I do it? I've never done it before on this, so let's see if I can do it. Restart. I imagine there must be a filter I can do it with. Sorry, I just got to do this because either that I'm just going to have to run and go with dark screen until I return. I am sorry, but I don't really have a lot of choice. I'll try to be as quick as I can, but I got to do this, unfortunately. Nature's not giving me a choice. My apologies, but I'll be right back. Okay, it's good to know the loop works. I made it one loop, though. Boom, baby. Thank you. Thank you. Woof. Yeah, I don't think that was the meds, though. Justin said, yeah, I better not take that med. No, it wasn't that. It was a frozen Alfredo that I used to eat. And I just thought, oh, that'll be quick and easy for dinner. So I put that on and ate it. Something I used to eat all the time, but it didn't like me anymore. Didn't like me anymore. Because it's like, oh my God. Yeah, anyway, good to see y'all. Thank you for everybody that's coming in. Sorry. Thank you for being patient with me. I'm doing the best I know how, but I do have to check one more thing. Obviously, Sheldon's still not feeling it right now. This one we did already. What the hell did I do? I can just close that. Yeah, there we go. This one. What was this one? Trying to close all the chat things. It's a video. Okay. All right. Here's I guess it's the one that I do have. We can go for a quick version of this because this is what the hell is that? Are you guys ready?
What the hell is that?
Oh, thank you, Maggie. Really appreciate it. Maggie gifted a membership, and Get Bent 420 got it. Man from the West, meet Get Bent. Got the 420s represented tonight. There you go. Wait another 15 years, Brent. I don't know. I mean, if that's the case, I might just need to carry a bucket with me. If it gets worse, I'm going to be in trouble. What do you call it when a snowman has a temper tantrum? A meltdown. Oh. Oh. I heard a riddle today. I heard a riddle. I just had to remember it, and now I've heard it. I'm going to ask you guys. This is what the hell is that? Well, this is a riddle. And some of you guys might have heard it. If you did, you just answer it in the chats, because I'm kind of curious if anybody out there has heard of it. It's a riddle. What is orange and like a parrot? What's orange and it's like a parrot? I hope I'm not misphrasing this. You got it, Maggie. Maggie got it. Congratulations. What's orange and like a parrot? A carrot. No. I thought that was kind of cute. Anyway, yeah, you got to be quick. Got to be quick on the uptake. Maggie knew that one or something. The dad jokes are beginning to snowball. Yep, they are. They are. Brent is thinking, what the hell came out of me just a few minutes? Oh, no, I purged a demon in there. I'm telling you. I could even smell its sulfurous breath. It was not pretty. I exorcised a demon in there. I'm telling you. There's a lot of sinister things happen in my bathroom. I'm just saying. It ain't pretty. Yep. Brains in the chat. Run. Yep. I ain't here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. Wasn't that Belle West or something that said that? Or Jane Mansfield or somebody? Somebody said that's a classic quote. I ain't here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. Yeah, that's a classic Old West quote, I think, from a well-known saloon lady or something like that. Anyway, there you go. This is What the Hell Is That? I only got one entry for you guys tonight, and this is coming from the Scarecast, and it has to do with a guest taking a picture at a historic Atlantic Hotel in Berlin, Maryland. Snapped a chilling photograph showing what appears to be a faint figure of a woman standing at the end of a long hallway, though no one recalled seeing anyone there at the time. The apparition, visible only after the photo was reviewed, seems to emerge in front of a window, her head and dress faintly outlined against the dim light. So we're going to check out that now. How you doing, Sheldon Thomas?
Oh, doing okay. How you doing?
I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Is your head get better?
It's a headache, but it's doable. It's doable.
Okay. All right. Let me just fix the thing where it's hiding my video. There we go.
I made it. I made it. For what the hell is that? I
Well,
made it.
I'm glad you're here. I'll put you up on screen now. Hopefully, I haven't see how you're framed. You're framed okay. Good. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. So we're going to show this picture, Sheldon, and see just what it is we're dealing with.
Yes.
I mean, it looks to me like a pretty good image, but I'm going to zoom into it as well so we can get as good a look of it as possible, if it's possible. I think it's a Facebook thing, but it might be. Yeah, it's Facebook, but it's a reel. It's actually a reel. But this is the I don't want to play the reel because it's actually an image. So it's coming from the Scarecast on Facebook, and it's their video with their narration. But here's the reel. So I won't be able to blow this up, but I'll show you on the screen what to look at. And this is the area right here of what appears to be an apparition. So this is only the one segment of what the hell is that I have for tonight. What do you guys think? Is this potentially a spirit that was captured in a photograph at the Maryland Hotel in, where was it? Berlin, Maryland? Yeah. So let me know. Give me some votes. 1 in the chat if you think it's real, 0 if it's not, or a decimal of where you're at with it. Obviously.
Does seem kind of distorted. Like something's there.
Yeah, there's definitely something there. The question is, do you think it's legitimate capture, or do you think it was doctored, or, what is your gut take on this one?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it is. All right, so we got some votes. Standing Stones is not buying this one. Rachel's all in. Ralph Hammond's about half, well, just over half. Adventures with Beth half. Wizard Moon's halfway there. Big D's one, all in. Car Juice is all in. Barbara Mora over in Rumble. Did you hear my dad joke, Sheldon?
I heard your poop joke.
Well, then you heard my dad joke, right?
I think it was the end of it.
Okay. All right. 0.5 for Manny Manuel and Karen Alberding. 0.5 for Maggie. 0.35 from Karen Alberding. Jordan Cogburn, I don't know. Jose's all in on this one. Phil Funk's halfway there. Amanda's Crazy Life channel. Nope, not buying this one. So, okay. Fair enough. Aussie Boss Tiger's not buying it either. And granted, it obviously could very easily be a fake. I can't blow it up. I mean, I can try to play a little bit of it just so you guys can hear what they say.
This ghostly figure of a woman was captured standing at the end of the hallway, but no one remembers seeing anyone there at the time the photo was taken.
Let me take out the music and we'll just watch it zoom in, and maybe this will give you guys, if you want to revote, you can. Huh. Because it is zooming in a little bit. No, that's about as close as they can get, I guess. So no one else remembers seeing anyone there. I mean, obviously, it's not tangible enough to be a person. It's not dark enough to need a long exposure. So a normal exposure would be fine. It wouldn't go click, click, like that for a long exposure on a camera, needing a lot of light to get to the sensor. So I think it's possibly a real one, but it's kind of ambiguous too. Yeah.
I think it's too tough for me to say that it is something.
Right, because it could very easily be photoshopped. The weird thing is there is a distortion here that seems to be a smearing effect, and that can be done on Photoshop quite easily, just editing. But this does look smeared, and so that's what kind of a red flag for me. And you can use an airbrush and make a vague outline of a person with a light colored gray with maybe a 20% opacity. Opacity means how visible is it or how light is it? Like an airbrusher would do a light opacity a lot of times for the shading. So it'd be the same kind of technique in Photoshop for airbrushing. So it could just be an apparition that was airbrushed in there, or it could be a real apparition. So there we go.
Whenever I look at these kind of videos or photos or anything like that, I think of what was the original point of taking that photo? Like, does it make sense that you would take that photo?
Well,
In this case, I could see it, like, because it's some beautiful
historical
decorations, some beautiful areas. You know, I could see that.
Yeah, it's historic. Yeah.
Yeah, historic area.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Stuff.
So are you about halfway there, like either or less?
If I would say leaning more towards 30%.
30%. Okay. Less than halfway, but not complete zero. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard to say, but again, the only thing that's red flags for me is the streaking, but that could be the cloak or a robe or whatever this woman is wearing, or figure is wearing, I should say. I can't say it's a woman, but some reason I feel like it's a woman, but that's because it looks like it's wearing a big dress with some kind of veil or something. I don't know, but at any rate, there you go. That's tonight's. What the hell was that?
That hurts some with the cloak of invisibility.
Yeah, I mean it's Harry. It's Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Yeah, could be. Could be indeed. But there you go. That's the what the hell is that I got for you guys tonight. So, oh man, I feel tired now. I had 2 hours of sleep last night, so I'm already running on fumes anyway. I couldn't get to sleep. I could not sleep last night.
Why?
Oh, I tried and tried, but just couldn't get comfortable. Couldn't get relaxed. I don't know. Just one of those nights. So,
Jeez.
Brent, can you pull the picture off the site and enlarge it to I mean, I could do a screenshot of it, sure. I mean, if you guys want to wait with me, I'll do a screenshot if you're that interested. Let's see if I can do this. Hold on.
Yeah, maybe we'll confirm some details, like, oh yeah, that's smudging, or oh yeah, that's not smudging.
I'm just going to grab this much of it, I guess, because that's the character there. So let's do this. All right, this is the... Can I zoom in this program or not? I don't know. Does this one do it, or do I got to put it in? No, I think I got to save it. Let me save it, and then I'll pull it up, and we'll examine it. Hold on. Oh, it says edit and paint. I can do that, I guess. Paint?
Yeah.
You can magnify and paint, right?
I think.
Oh, yeah, there's a zoom. Zoom in. Oh, seriously? That's all? Oh, okay. Here, no. I can drag it, maybe? No, that didn't work. Screw paint. All right, I'll just put it in. Hold on. I'm going to put it in. I'll do it my original plan. Save the damn thing and then pull it up.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do new folder, evidence. Let's have a look at this. There we go. This is under the pictures. Okay, so now I got to migrate to that. Hold on. Got to close this. Don't save. Close this. All the things I do for you guys. The things I do for love. You know I love you.
That's right.
All right, here we go. Let's see, what do I open with? Open with... Let's open with photos. Here we go. All right, let's pull it over here on the screen. We're going to really zoom into this. Since I only had one tonight, I'm not opposed to doing this.
True.
Okay. Yeah, still that weird streaking or the smearing is going on there a little bit, but it's maybe more to do with the rug now that I can see it bigger. There is definitely a grayish figure. So does this change any of your votes? What do you guys think? I don't know how much more I can zoom in. That's right there's the maximum, so we're not able to really see much more. But this is the full frame.
Dims light going through it. That's interesting.
Yeah, because I mean it's a presence, right? So it has some kind of presence, at least in space. It's a it's an apparition. So it's obviously observable, and as if it's observable, it's certainly going to affect the light spectrum from behind it. But it is also translucent, like you can see through it. It's not completely transparent because it is changing the light, but it's still some kind of barrier to the light.
Yeah.
Creating that shadowy thing. I wonder what the history of this location is, if this makes sense. There's a lot we don't know, but the rug is slightly twisted off to the right, maybe. Yeah, down here for sure. Yep. It is. It's an old rug, obviously. And I'm sure that's there just to protect the carpeting, that they just want to, if people are going to be in and out and all the time, they want to protect the carpeting. But yeah, there you go. That's the closest we can look at it right there. And I mean, I wouldn't make anything of this because this is just pareidolia. If you're seeing a face here or something, that's the pattern on the curtains. Don't get too tied up in that. Just don't create a personage for it. Oh, that's a lion face. See, there's the nose and the weird lion mouth. Yeah, I mean, you could say that, but it's the patterning on the curtain behind. So, yeah. There you go. We are all just prisoners here of our own device. Good night, said the night man. You are programmed to receive. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. Grandizer's quoting Hotel California. This is Hotel Maryland, but there you go. That's the What the Hell Is That for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Wow.
That's my old school. What the hell is that? Did you see that? Let's see it again.
What?
When I first started, what the hell is that?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I had to have something. I didn't have a nice screen change. That was because of Owl. Owl made that for me.
What the hell is that?
That's what we were wondering, but there you go. That's the version that we have for tonight of What the Hell Is That? Actually, we did pretty good.
Rachel said I sent you an Instagram video today.
You did? Oh, okay. Well, I can go over it tomorrow. I will look at it, Rachel, and we'll use that one for tomorrow. That'll save me some work for tomorrow's show then. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, and if you guys find things on your browsing as you go through the browses of the internet that you think would be good inclusions for What the Hell Is That, send it to me. Please do. And it would be great if everybody sent them to email, but I get sent sometimes on Facebook, sometimes on Instagram, sometimes on TikTok, sometimes on Facebook. And it's like, I mean, I appreciate that you're sending me anything at all, guys. I love that. But I really wish it would come to the email. Just send me a link in the email because it's so much easier for me to keep track of in my email than it is from all the different social media platforms, if you don't mind. Yep. Sorry. My stomach's still churning a bit, but that's okay. We only got a little bit of show left. I'll make it. I did 2 breaks already, believe it or not. One was because my bladder was full, and then one was because the Alfredo chicken that I ate did some ninja work in my lower intestines, apparently.
The chicken Alfredo you used to make?
No, not homemade. It was a frozen one. You remember those Bertollinis?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and I used to make that for you guys, because it was quick and easy. I saw it and I went, oh, you know what? I should make that tonight. I did. My body, however, went, what the hell are you doing? So I'm dealing with that right now.
It's a little rich, yes.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the homemade stuff is even richer, but it's better, way better. But anyway, all right. We're going to get to the next part of our show, which is this part. We're going to the dark places to explore the cryptid corner. Oh, okay, Rachel, thank you for letting me know. I mean, I guess there's probably no easy place to do it. I should create an email address just for what the hell is that at gmail.com. Maybe I'll create a new one just for that, because if you sent it and I haven't put them on the show, then that's not good either. But I get flooded on my email as well. A lot of times just from people trying to get on the podcast, which is wonderful. I don't mind that, but I mean, it just gets lost. That and the spam from having that email forever that I've picked up spam from everywhere. So,
of course.
And it might have went into the spam filter too. I don't know. I'll do a search, Rachel, though. God, I'm cramping huge.
Uh-oh. It's a coming.
Oh, it's knocking. Believe me, it's not. It's there. It's
No.
I can't say it's a turtle head. I'll tell you that.
Oh, no.
All right, but this is the Cryptid Corner. We're going to get into this. Not that you guys want to hear all about my body, but right now, let me tell you, I'm kind of in my own personal agony. All right, we're going to get to the Cryptid Corner. This is Sasquatch Chronicles. This is from December 19th. All right. And it was apparently from November of 2018. So let's check this one out. I wonder if this is Truckee. Okay, let's check it out because this comes from Australia. Yeah, it's in Australia.
Ooh.
But I think it's Truckee's report, maybe. But let's check it out. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Which button? This button. All right, from SasquatchChronicles.com, the blog, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not reading the blog, you're missing out on a ton of excellent stuff. So definitely check out the blog. December 19th, Yowie hit the hood of the truck. Yeah, that's got to be the same one. Great story, though. He was actually on the show, on the podcast.
Oh.
Yep, back in the day. It was November of 2018, and the bush was quiet in the way it often is just before the night fully settles in, and Gary was driving alone along a remote stretch of road in rural Australia. His truck's headlights cutting a narrow tunnel through the darkness. The area was thick with scrub and trees, far from towns, far from help, an ordinary route he had taken before without incident. Then something moved ahead of him. Well, at first it appears as a shadow crossing the edge of the headlights, tall and fast. Gary slowed instinctively, trying to make sure of what he was seeing. The shape didn't move like a kangaroo, and it was far too tall to be a person. Before he could react further, the figure stepped directly into the beam of his headlights. It stood upright, a massive, at least 3 meters tall. That's nearly 10 feet. Its body was thick and powerful, but its head seemed strangely small in proportion. Sitting low on its shoulders for a split second, neither moved. It's not the same report, apparently, because with Truckees, the thing basically fell into the road, like it slipped on the mountainside and kind of fell into the road. But then the creature lunged forward. With a sudden burst of force, it punched the hood of the truck, the impact loud and heavy, sending a shock through the vehicle. Gary froze, gripping the steering wheel as the truck rocked slightly from the blow. I thought that was the same picture, though. The creature leaned in, and through the windshield their eyes met. The moment felt intense and deliberate, not panicked or confused. The Yowie's expression wasn't wild, it was focused, almost assessing, as if it was fully aware of Gary and the machine separating them. The stare lasted only seconds, but it felt much longer. Without warning, the creature turned away with long strides. It moved off the road and onto the surrounding bush, its large form vanishing into the foliage. With surprising speed and silence for something so big, Gary sat motionless, just listening. No footsteps followed. No sounds came from the trees. When he finally drove on, the road felt different, longer, emptier. The dent in the hood was real, the memory sharper still. Whatever had stepped into the headlights that night had done so deliberately and left no explanation behind, and disappeared back into the Australian bush as quickly as it had appeared. There you have it.
Oh, man.
That's interesting. Oh, so this might be one of the older reports, maybe.
Wish there was a picture of the dented truck.
Yeah, well, if it was Truckee, and I can't remember his real name, but it wasn't Gary. He was doing runs for like lumber runs or whatever in the mountains. I think it was the Blue Mountains, but I'm not sure, in Australia. And he was driving along on the twisty turny logging road, and and he said suddenly this thing just fell onto the road in front of him, like it slipped, like it came down the hillside just like in a mess of dust and debris, and it fell right into the road in front of him. And then it got up like it was embarrassed, and it just looked at him like the way he described it is like it was embarrassed that it did that and was seen, and then it just slammed its hands into the hood of the car, and he was in like a dump truck, not like a small truck, and he said he still had to look up to see the face.
Oh, jeez.
So it was huge. This thing was huge, but yep. May have been the Filiga, Brent. Yeah, it might have been. I don't remember the exact details. I bring you information on the dark side of the planet. Oh, Grandizer. Yeah, there you go. But Trucky's interview was very good. He was one of those really cool witnesses that was fun to talk to, and I love talking to any witnesses. Don't get me wrong, but that's just it. I honestly, I really do apologize, folks, but my stomach is just butchering me right now, and I'm literally sitting here in agony.
Okay, yeah, don't torture yourself.
I think I got to close up the show right now. I'm so sorry, but I'll be more careful with my diet moving forward. Obviously, I'm not the same man I was 15, 20 years ago, but
15, 20 minutes ago, you mean?
No, I mean years. When last time I ate this stuff, it was like good, but this time it was not good. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to close up the show. I do want to encourage you guys at 9, please head over to check out Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott. He does an amazing show. He's a great guy, and he'll keep you entertained for 3 full hours if you give him the chance. And you will be entertained all 3 hours because Dave does an amazing show. So, but that's all I got it for you tonight. I'll be back tomorrow night with a healthier constitution. So, Sheldon, anything in closing?
Absolutely. I'll try to do this quick. All right, guys, don't forget.
Hold on, let me close this. Let me close off the cryptid corner first. There we go. Go ahead. And you're on. Action.
All right, guys, wait, why is this doing this? Okay. Don't forget, guys, to go to discord.gg/paranormal portal. I'll put the link right in the chat where you can stay up to date with the community. They're amazing links, and link your very own things if you want to share it with the community itself. And paranormalportal.net for the home base of the Paranormal Portal, where you can do your very own interviews. Stay up to date when things are going live, whether it's podcast or episodes. Stay up to date. There are your links.
All right. Thank you, buddy. And thanks for making it. I'm sorry you had a headache. I'm sorry my body's failing me right now, but I got to go take care of things. But remember, love you all. Be good, be kind, be nice. Take care of each other. Help each other out. Find the magic in every day, and remember to laugh as much as you can. I'll talk to you guys as soon as I can. Good night, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Oh, yeah. This is your last appearance, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah. Have a good holidays, everyone.
All right. Good night, everybody.